Oh Lord, Jennifer done mentioned Evelyn's daughter, so I hope to God we don't have to go a whole season of hearing, I don't play about my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. Girl, I don't have time for Evelyn nor her daughter. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And we over here discussing Basketball Wives. I don't remember the season. I do remember it is episode 2. And there is a lot that happened inside of this episode. Now, we got a little diving deeper into other characters like Ming Lee. Now, mind you, Ming Lee is right now attached to the entire situation with Britt on Real Housewives of Atlanta because she allegedly has tea on Britt as far as how she used to be out here backsliding and things of that nature. But I didn't know that she also had ties to Drew Sidora. Oh yeah, my girl said her and Ty is on the outs because we finding out she's spending 3,000 minutes per month talking to Drew through her divorce. Girl, Wreck-It Ralph gonna lose his mind. We gonna get into it though. But I like Ming so far. She seemed to be okay. We'll get into her and Ty. Then I also want to discuss Ty and that meeting she had with Brandy. Brandy oil started to flow when she saw Ty. I seen it at the dinner. We'll discuss it. I saw Brandy shine on. Hey, how you doing? Hi. It's complicated. Oh, I seen you. Typically the women like Brandy go over to the lady pool anyway and get the scissoring down. Ain't nothing wrong with it, honey. But anyway, it's giving flirting tease with between Brandy and Ty. We'll get to that later. And I also want to discuss the dynamic between Chantel and Jackie. Now, Chantel is Jackie's daughter. I get it. You know what I mean? They may not have had the best relationship. But in my opinion, it seems like the way Chantel looks at Jackie or makes faces around Jackie or about Jackie, she act like she don't like her mom or something, huh? Is it just me? Maybe I'm overreaching. Who knows? But we'll get into that. We'll also get into Jackie starting to mess at the end of the episode between Evelyn and what's this girl name? Jennifer. Also, Jennifer and her husband going to stop by to go see Jackie dressed in all black. Like the Omen. Yeah, did see that part. We gonna get into it, y'all. It's so much happening in the episode, but I think it's good so far. We on episode 2. It's doing all right. I need y'all to do me a favor. Jump down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment under the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this video. Don't forget to like the video, y'all. But in other news, I need y'all to do me a favor. Grab your tings. Grab your tings. Grab your tings. And we're going to get right on in to Basketball Wives LA season. Who cares? Episode 2. Grab your tings. Let's get into it. So now the episode opens up with Brittany, that her name, yeah, Brittany Renner. Brittany and doggone Evelyn working out together, trying to get back cool because they were cool before, and I guess, you know, old tramp to new tramp, you know, just tramp stamp it out. I don't know, maybe that's what they doing. Then we're over at Brandy's apartment. She's on FaceTime with her mother, and her mother's checking up on her, asking her how things are going, because you know she been out there in LA by herself while her husband been back there with that little boy. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm team drop them churn off by their daddy. So shout out to Brandy. But she's on the phone with her mama, and her mama's basically asking her if she heard from her husband, maybe her child, like, what's the status? What are y'all doing? Are y'all together? Are y'all not? And Brandy was basically like, no, ma, we not together. We not divorced. We not separated legally, but we separated. Now, my thing is this. Y'all need to figure this out. Y'all been in between marriage since you came on Basketball Wives 13 seasons ago. And can we make note of how good Brandy's mama look. I just want to throw that in there. That lady does not look like she could be Brandy's mama. But anyway, it's that confusing dynamic where none of the parties want to make a move because they really don't want to leave each other, but still don't want to be with each other at the same time too. It's one of them weird teas, girl. It's just weird. Brandy, go away from us with this. Come up with a new storyline. Figure something out. I don't know. Just do something else with your life. So moving on, Jackie is inviting Jennifer and Ming for a hike. I guess she kind of want to do a couple of little one-on-one situations with them, especially since all of that stuff popped off at the Friendsgiving. So she's inviting them out for a hike, and she's basically trying to get info of what's been going on as it pertains to Jennifer and Evelyn. Now, on the flip side, we got Evelyn over here meeting with Tai, and she's also meeting with Brandy. Now, originally, she had just her and Brandy there, but she let Brandy know that she invited Tai out because, you know, Tai is new to the city. And basically, she wanted to introduce Tai to the girls since we all met Ming, and this is the person who used to be with Ming, I guess, or something like that, child. So now Tai hopped into confessionals to give us a bit of her resume by telling us she's no longer playing basketball. She's actually a coach now. She said she got her own brand, even though she spent like 12 to 15 years, if I can recall, in the league, in the WNBA. But right now she's just doing her big one, and she look high as the cost of living, but I ain't judging. Toot it up, boo. But she's looking forward to meeting new friends and all this stuff. And she's just out there having a good time. Now, Brandy was a bit smitten by Miss Tai over here, honey. Because Tai was talking about how she met Evelyn and how they cool, but they don't really talk every day and da-da-da-da. And how she was supposed to be out here with Ming. But then turns around, her and Ming breaks up. Now they in separate apartments. And it's kind of complicated. And Brandy over there is just a smitten as she speak about how she's taken yet single at the same time. Now, Brandy has had cobwebs down to her cooch for a long time. So this is making her very hot and bothered, in my opinion, or at least from the body language. I'll go with that. But Brandy looked like she done seen her little match or something, girl. The way Brandy was sitting over there all over the table. Oh my God, that is so crazy. Oh my God, that is insane. I'm over here saying, Brandy, girl, just cock 'em open, girl. What's going on? Why is you all up in that lady face like that? You still have a husband. You can't be doing that. Oh, and by the way, let me add this little tidbit in too. You know, this little meeting right here kind of gave me Portia tease between her and Simon when they were shaking hands, acting like it was, you know, all brand new and they never met each other the whole time. They was in the bed scissoring. That's what this little thing gave me right here. So I'm keeping my eye on Miss Brandy and Miss Tai around here because, you know, Tai gets around, allegedly. So anyway, Ty's sitting up there smiling from ear to ear. And she's like, so tell me about you, Brandy. How are things in your life? Are you married, single, lesbian, what? You know? And look at Brandy. Oh, well, you know, it's complicated. Of course it is. Because you want to gaze in them eyes. I know what you want to do, Brandy. Girl, bye. I feel like Brandy and Ty already messed around or already know each other at least. Already flirted, already talked or something. There was a prior interaction prior to this particular situation here, and nobody's going to tell me anything otherwise. I feel it. It's all in the air, and I caught on to it immediately because I know when stuff is going awry. You feel me? So moving on, Brandy decides to let everybody at the table, including Ty, know that she's now focusing on herself and her business and her seasonings that ain't none of us gonna buy. And that basically she's not worried about her husband and nobody else's husband. She's just worried about her and getting her life together so that she can build herself back up and whatnot. Girl, bye. And look at Ty. You know, Brandy, it was nice meeting her because she's kind of going through something similar as me where it's complicated and da-da-da-da. Ty, heal, girl. Heal, girl. Stop. Stop doing this. Leave that lady alone. She's married, Ty. She married. So moving on, Jackie is waiting on Jen to meet her and Ming up at the top of the hiking hill so they can go hiking. And her and Ming start having a conversation. And Ming is over there freaked out because she's like, girl, I'm really trying to check on Jen. Last time I seen Jen, she was yelling over a balcony at Evelyn behind her husband. She was like, now one thing I will say is it was just a lot of attacking right off the bat. Like no kind of questions or nothing leading up to it. It was just attack, attack, attack. She was like, and I've been wanting to check on the girl. And honestly, I get that because it did seem like it was malicious as far as the way things carried out and how things went. It did. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, we're here, and Evelyn needed a storyline because she ain't got no man, no business, no nothing else going on. You get it? So Jackie was like, yeah, that's why I invited her up here. She was like, so hopefully she'll come up soon. But Jackie starts to talk about her family dynamic, and she speaks about how she got 2 girls and a boy. She's been married for 30 plus years, and how basically her and Shiny, which is Chantel, that's the daughter, are working on their relationship, and hopefully that they can make things get back to where it was and be nice and cordial to each other, because Jackie admits that basically she can be a bit of a micromanager and a control freak, and she said her and her daughter are working on those things, which are good things to work on. Now, Jackie also turns around and tells this girl that her daughter Chantel eloped and it really hurt her. She said because, she thought she'd be there for the wedding day for her daughter. She was like, but they working on their relationship stuff. And my thing is, why is you just running all of this personal business down to Ming Lee like this? This is going to come back to bite you, Jackie. I just hope you know this. So then Ming goes on to talk about her 3-year-old daughter and how she loves her daughter, how basically she tried to get pregnant on her own and couldn't, but after I think she said 4 or 5 rounds of IVF, she was actually able to conceive her daughter. She had her at 31 and a half weeks or something like that. So that was a great story and a dope situation right there. But she says she loves her daughter. She just have really bad trust issues. And that basically stems from her baby daddy, because basically he lie a lot like most of these Negroes do. You get it? So anyway, yeah, she just having her little trust issue situation. But other than that, she said her and Ty was supposed to work out but didn't, and she's sad by that. Now, while this is going on, Jackie realizes that the time is passing and there's no Jennifer. So Jackie picks up her cell phone to FaceTime Jennifer to see if she's either en route, like where you at, like what's going on. And when she finally picks up the FaceTime to call Jennifer to see where Jennifer at, Jennifer picks up the phone with her husband in tow, talking about how she ain't coming outside because she trying to lay low because Evelyn over there being messy with her husband, and also how Evelyn needs to mind her business. She said because Evelyn ain't the person to be throwing these stones, or whatever the case may be. Her and Christian are even denying the allegations, and Christian offers to sit down with Jackie to tell his side of the story, because he says he's basically being lied on. He doesn't know what's going on and why these folks is making up these things about him, because all of these things are false. So we got him getting ready to sit down with Jackie, and Jackie was all for it. Now, it seems, according to Jennifer, that Christian actually likes Jackie. I want to say Jackie was invited to the wedding. I want to say she was one of the few who was. But either way, Christian likes Jackie, and it's probably because Jackie will let you lie to her and nod and play in your face like it's all cool, but it's really not. But ultimately, he's going to sit down with Jackie and talk to Jackie about how he feel about the situation. And Jennifer will be able to get her stuff off about how Evelyn just hating and things of that nature. Now, let's move on. So now moving on, Chantel is taking this modeling thing serious with the baby boy, and she got him over here doing headshots so that she can shop his photos out to different people. He can get into commercials, he can do magazines, he can do websites and all those types of things too. Now, Chantel used to be a child model herself, and she understands how crazy and hectic the world can be, but she's got Jackie there for support. But she also says that Jackie is overbearing, overpowering, and also she's always the one trying to tell people what to do and boss people around. Now, she don't want this dynamic for what's going on right now, so she says she's going to have to set her boundaries and be stern on it. But at the end of the day, Jackie is over there jacking, telling the people to hold the camera up and don't do this and do that, and Jackie taking her pictures and all types of stuff. Now, remember I was telling y'all about the facial expressions that Chantel makes when she either hears her mom, speaks about her mom, or responds to her mom. This is one of those faces I was telling y'all about. It's almost like she's either very, very annoyed with Jackie, or she sometimes don't like her mom, because she's over there getting mad at Jackie for micromanaging the photographer, and I would be upset too. But it's just the way her disposition is with her anger and the way that she acts and reacts. I think to me it just says a lot. In my opinion, sometimes nonverbals are louder than verbals, but neither here nor there. She telling her mama to calm down, relax, man. You over here trying to run this shoot and you're not doing this. This is me and my child. I will be the one running it, and you're going to have to stay in your lane and know that you're not going to be able to just come in on something and just try to run the show. Like, this isn't the olden days. This is a new day, and this is why I kind of do my own thing. Now, my thing with Chantel is, I get it. You want to be in LA for your son's modeling career, but if I were you, I don't think she should move as close to Jackie as she has. I believe that Chantel is one of those independent children who loves her parents, but when it comes to her and her mom, they are oil and water and they just don't mix. So that means she gotta love her mama from a distance. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but moving that close to your mama, knowing how annoyed she gets, I don't think that's gonna work out for the best. But who am I? Moving on. Now, Jennifer is back at home FaceTiming because what else is going on? Ain't nobody buying that seasoning. Girl, buy Tony Satchery's head. Anyways, so she's on the phone with, I think, her brand manager or whoever that was to speak about the doggone seasonings and moving forward with some other stuff going on with her brand and moving forward with her businesses. Now, in the meantime, her friend, and I don't know if he's an assistant, but whatever, her friend of 20 years comes over and asks her how things are going with her and her baby father/husband. And like she told her mama, it's complicated, honey. He's just over here trying to be all up in her face. But now is not the time for that because she's only focusing on her brand. And just like this guy looking, I'm not buying it. See, this is the thing with Brandy. Brandy, first of all, is a gorgeous girl. Beautiful girl, inside and out, it seems. But there's something very not there with her and her husband. And I think that either they need to let it go or work it out. But all that in between of her saying that, oh, we not really married, but we not really together. But all of that BS gotta go. It just does. Brandy, you are letting your good years get behind you, girl. Leave that nigga and move on now while you're still cute and fine. Y'all is tripping. Y'all tripping. Man, this is crazy. Didn't she say the man cheated on her 50 times? 50? Girl, have some decency and love about yourself and get up and move around from that thumbhead bastard, girl. Moving on, so Tai meets up with Ming because they're trying to figure out where do they go from here. Are we together? Are we not? What we doing? Like, how is this gonna work? Are we gonna scissor? Like, how is it gonna work? So she's meeting up with Ming, and they are both two beautiful girls, obviously. And Ming is excited to see her because Ming need clarity and closure or something like that. I don't know. But either way, Ming says she still feel the type of way because she found out that this girl, Tai, be on the phone spending 3,000 minutes all up in Drew Sidora's phone. Now, you know Wreck-It Ralph gonna lose it, right? Now, her position is it's hard for her to trust Tai because Tai be doing type of stuff like going over by Drew and talking to Drew for X amount of times and basically putting her on the back burner. And when she asked Tai about that, Tai was like, you know what? That was wrong. I could take my lick on that. But at the end of the day, Tai says she's not messing with Drew. She's just a listening ear. And I said, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. A listening ear. Girl, bye, Tai. Girl, ain't no listening ear, girl, with the legs open. Girl, bye. Move around. And Ming ain't buying it either, girl. Like Ming says, sometimes you can have emotional relationships that are just as bad or if not worse than the physical relationships. And having that emotional relationship with somebody is very, very bad. Like, I'd rather have somebody cheating physically than emotionally, you know? But anyway, so Ming is over there trying to tell Tai that she spends all this time on the phone with Drew. Ty's over there denying it. So Ming pulls out her phone to show Tai that she checked the account. Now, this told me right here that the phones must be in Tai name or Ming name. I'm sorry. So she pulls out the phone, show her the phone, and Tai was like, yeah, you right. Now, this causes Ming to be like, I don't hear nothing. It's crickets. But before she could pull her hands down from her earlobes, Tai double bike and was like, girl, I know you not talking. And I said, oh, here come the mess. My girl Tai said, I know you not the one talking about me having emotional connections with you and your so-called partner, your friend, some dude who supposed to be cool with you was on the phone talking about taking you on vacation and getting all in between your legs and whatnot. And I said, oh, there go. Ming, if you was cheating, just say that, girl. And look at Ty in the confessional she talking about on the phone is bad. I mean, yeah, I be talking to Drew, but she going through a relationship problem. She's going through a divorce and we connect. And I said, there you go. See, when lesbians start talking about connecting, it's a fire. I'm telling you what I know. But anyway, she said, but at the end of the day, Ming was the one out of pocket, not her. So go play with your mom, right? So Ty was just like, look, we both jacked up. We both messed up. Are we going to work it out and go somewhere from here? Or are we going to just walk away? Because right now I'm living somewhere, you living somewhere when we were supposed to be living together. But it seems like that's not going to happen no more. So where do we go from here? Now, Ming tells Ty that she would rather just be friends without the benefits. And I'm like, that is so boring. Like, ew, who raised you? But anyway, she said she'd rather be friends without the benefits so they can work on it. But this was the gag that got me. You know, it didn't lose me that Ty said, or I don't know if it was Ming said, that y'all been dating for 9 months and y'all have already planned the wedding, the children, the house, the businesses, girl, and the funeral plots. Girl, lesbians got to stop. One thing about a girl on girl situation, girl, in 2 weeks you're in love and in 3 weeks you down to the altar, girl. These lesbians don't play, okay? Go ahead on, dagger girl. Moving on. So now we have Chantel on the FaceTime with her brother because she's trying to get a little bit of advice about how to deal with Jackie and repairing their relationship because Jackie is still being overbearing and basically she's trying to find her footing. Now, according to her and her brother were super close growing up. He's her go-to person. He's the person that she talked to and trusts. I wonder if he was at her wedding. Anyways, but she's on the phone with him. This is Doug Jr. And she basically says that, she talks to her brother and when he can give her advice. And he seems like he's real down to earth. He gives me Doug Senior vibes. So he seems like he's cool. And he was, ragging on Jackie as well. But at the end of the day, they both love their mama. But my thing with her, and I'm talking about Chantel, is what is the end goal with this? You're on the show that has been known to break up marriages, families, and all types of other stuff. You've seen what happened with your sister and your mama. You've been on this show throwing a lot of shade, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Seems like you've been throwing a lot of shade at your mama, and I'm not saying your mama is perfect. Nobody's mama is, but it's still our mamas. And I'm just wondering, what's the end goal? Do you want to have a big spat on the TV with your mama? Like, what's tea? Because I personally, if I were in Chantel's position where I'm not that close to my mama and we working on a relationship, going to her job on a reality TV show would be the last of things to do, especially in the middle of trying to repair a relationship with my mama. But that's just me. I could just be going, out the way, whatever. So anyway, moving on, we got Jackie is waiting on Jennifer and Christian to come and meet her at brunch, lunch, dinner. I don't know what this was. All I know is everybody was dressed in all black. And she's excited to see what Christian is going to have to say when he gets out the car because she wants to hear his side of the story. Now, speaking of getting out of the car, one thing Jennifer gonna do is dress her nigga, baby. Yes, she is. Her and that boy got out that car looking like they look good and smell good too. Do you hear me? I'm talking about that good cologne. You know that cologne that's very expensive, come in that big old heavy bottle. And when a nigga spray it on once or twice when he passed by, his wind smell good. That's the type of tease I was getting from Jen and her husband. But anyway, Jen hopped in a confessional to say that she's happy her husband is coming to clear his name because all of these allegations about her husband is false. And one thing I noticed was that y'all tried to be strategic, but I caught on. Yes, I did. See, y'all only come in here to address the allegations from the play cousin of Carl, which is Evelyn's husband. Y'all ain't coming to address all the other allegations from all the other folks that y'all allegedly robbed. But we'll get into it. Because, see, this is a strategic way to throw the people off and make them think that you're really innocent, but not understanding that you're not innocent of the things that you're being accused of all in all. Because to be completely honest, if this didn't play out on YouTube and I didn't know about all of the victims that Christian had, I would think that this would be a case closed situation as well. But it's not. And I know the backstory. So put a pin in that. We'll come right back to that anyways. Now, ooh, that girl so scandalous. And she been and can handle it. And she shaking that thing like ooh legit. And she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Boy, where's you going, boy? Who done beat you in the head with bleach bottle? Boy, you look so bad. Jennifer, why you let him do that to his head? And look at Jennifer, want to address Evelyn. No, address his head. Oh my God. But Jennifer goes on to talk about how Evelyn just need to mind her business. And she just hating on the fact that her and her husband is together and he ain't scammed nobody. So she don't understand why Evelyn went so hard and all types of stuff. And Jackie is sitting over there listening and saying to herself, girl, I don't believe none of this, but let's go with the move. So Jackie straight up tells Christian, well, Christian, what do you have to say? Because honestly, if you are innocent, you need to be out here defending yourself. And the fact that you sat down with me to tell me your side of things, I feel like I owe you a listening ear. So Christian goes on to talk about how he don't know nothing about scamming no girl who supposed to be Carl's cousin. He said because he went through his phone, found the text messages. He said, and in said text message, it'll show you that he didn't scam her. He said, now he charged 15 racks and that's his fee. Or was it $1,500? Either way, $1,500, and that was his fee. That does not include, according to this boy here, that does not include any investment. So yes, she paid the $15,000, and basically he don't owe her no money back because that was the fee that he charges to help do the investment situation, right? So then he pulls up text messages to prove his case, but they didn't. Because in the text messages, it's basically her hitting him up and him hitting her up about investing and hitting him back to invest. And then he goes on to talk about how basically she was on there talking about, oh, I'm watching the show and ain't nobody gonna play with you. And saying she fight women if he don't. It's given to me flirtation tease, but it did not give to me that you don't owe her $1,500. Like, I didn't see that in the messages. I saw some inappropriateness, but I didn't see that you don't owe her $1,500. So I didn't know what the text messages was for and why they're here. Now, Jackie hops in the confessional, and can I make mention that I love this ombre on Jackie? This color is gorgeous on Jackie. I love this. But anyway, Jackie hopped in the confessional and was like, he claimed that he innocent, and if he's saying he innocent, then we just gonna have to go with the move, and he need to defend himself and whoop de whoop de whoop. Jackie, you know good and well you done heard just like the rest of us. Your ears to the street, girl. They say he's scamming people all over the world. Girl, what is you own? And look at Jennifer. And I just want to say that Evelyn is trying to make it seem like she's coming from a good place, but she's not. She's just jealous of me and my husband because I'm married. I went to Paris. I got married. She's stuck. She doesn't have a man and she wants to be in my position. And she don't want to start me on calling him a felon because Shawnice's baby father is a felon. And I said, hold on. Now, let me tell you why this read hit different. Because the game is Shawnice's baby father. And the felony that Jennifer is over there referencing is the alleged essay of another young girl. Oops. So this was a heavy read. Very heavy. So we'll see when Evelyn starts to respond in the way she respond as to why she responded. Because this felony she over here referring to is a heavy hitter felony. You get it? So Jennifer was basically like, she needs to mind her business and worry about the felony and the felon that she got under her roof with her daughter or something like that. She was like, because my man, they been lying on him and telling lies, and I don't believe nothing that they saying. It's all lies. Because my man is not a robber. He don't rob people or something like that. And I'm saying, girl, bye. Anyways, when she said he was a felon, look at Jackie's lips. Jackie was like, oh, and she hopped in the confessional and said, y'all know one thing Evelyn don't play about. She might play about a lot, but she don't play about her daughter. So we know we about to be daughtered out for the whole doggone season, and I am not looking forward to it. Oh my God. Ciao. Anyways, let's move on. So now Brandy is once again at home alone, and she's FaceTiming her husband this time. Now this time, the husband is calling her. I guess he must have been bored. His side chick must have had left early or whatever. So he hitting up Brandy to see how she's doing and what's going on. Maybe he was bored, like I say. And he was like, so what's going on with you? How is everything going? Now, Brandy is a bit annoyed, but she's trying not to show it because she's kind of moving on. I hope so. And he has a weird face. I mean, look at him. Nigga look like a button off of a shirt. I don't know, a church shirt or something. I don't know. The nigga look weird. And this girl said he done cheated on her 50 times. 50! Girl, please. Girl, ain't no way. So she's kind of moving on from the way it seems. And she's trying to move on to something different and something, not him. Now he told a lame joke and was like, "Oh, me and my son, we pulled out your seasoning and used it, and we was just like, oh, we don't taste nothing." And she was like, "You trying to be funny?" And this is the thing: she thinks that he's just trying to be funny because he's nervous or because he this, that, and the third. Girl, that man was bored. Let's call a thing and a spade a spade. Because see, Brandy, for him to cheat on you that many times and you to be able to say that out loud more than once, because this isn't the first time we've heard this, and you to say that out loud more than once, but still also be able to say out of those same lips that y'all still married, that tells me that this is not a him issue. It's a you issue, Brandy. It really is. Like, your insecurities are showing really, really bad. And I hate that for you because you're such a beautiful girl. You don't even realize how bad you out here looking in these streets. Hindsight is 2020 though. You'll catch on later on. Moving on. Now, Ming, Evelyn, and Chantel meet up, and Chantel lets the girls know that she wants to plan a fun outing for the girls. Basically, something where they can just let their hair down, act a fool. And then she also talks about who all's going to be there, and she makes mention that she wants to invite Tai and asks Ming, is it okay if she invite Tai to the adventure? And Ming was like, yeah, that's cool. It is what it is. Now, this prompts Ming to go on to talk about how she was out on a hike with Jackie, and Jennifer was supposed to arrive, but Jennifer never showed up. And then by the time Jackie FaceTimed Jennifer was on the phone with her husband talking about how you, Evelyn, this is what Ming said, how you basically is hating on her, you jealous of her marriage, and you must be a fan or something like that for the lies. Now, this took Evelyn back because Evelyn was like, girl, she said what? Evelyn feels like, girl, first of all, ain't nobody looking at your relationship and is envying it. I don't think many people are. I believe Evelyn. But do I believe that Evelyn is doing this out of genuineness of her heart? Absolutely not. I told y'all that last week. I don't. But ultimately, Evelyn is over there looking like, girl, she got the right one, wrong time. And Evelyn doubles down on the fact that she genuinely got a call from Carl's cousin, and that's the only reason why she's bringing this up. I do not believe it. And I don't think Evelyn believes it because the way she said it, it didn't even come out her mouth and rolled off her tongue good enough. Hey, Evelyn, girl, just say you needed a storyline to get at Jen. I don't think, there's a bit of genuineness in it, but for the most part, there's nothing genuine about this. Let's be honest. Now, Ming hops in the confessional to tell us that she really likes Jennifer and she really likes Evelyn. And moving forward, she gonna mind her business and just let them fight it out. Girl, after you done said all of that, after you done came in there and dropped all of them bombs, girl, please. Oh, and she told Chantel that she spoke to Jackie, and Jackie said they having issues. Girl, Ming, please, you messy. You the right amount of messy too, and I like that. So we like you to stay. But girl, go lay down. And Evelyn, you go lay down too. Because you ain't about to convince nobody on here that you love Jennifer enough and care about her enough. And that's the only reason why you doing all of this. Let's be completely honest. Jennifer and Evelyn ain't never really been friends. This been a one-sided relationship about as long as Shamia and goddamn Portia. Girl, that ain't your friend. You feel some type of way. So go get away from me. And look at Chantel. Oh, wow, Ming, my mama told you all of that and she don't even know you. Yes, girl. You on here making all these faces like you don't even like your mama. At least she around here telling people that she want to make it work with you and figure out a way forward. Girl, you on here saying it, but making faces like something else, Chantel. You just came on, girl. Calm down. This is above your pay grade, okay? So now, on the flip side, we got Chantel done got all these girls getting ready to come on down to this obstacle course. This like ultimate tag type of thing. Chantel says she's super excited and super competitive. She thinks she gets it from her father. So she can't wait to do this obstacle course with the girls. Oh, and by the way, did we find it odd that Jackie still has not met this girl's husband and they got a baby? That's odd within itself. But neither here nor there. So she's waiting on all the girls to come. Evelyn had invited Tai, so Ty's basically coming, and Ty's thanking her for inviting her out. She hadn't been around anybody since she'd been to LA. Plus, Ming is going to be there, so she's looking forward to seeing Ming, and also so she could be around there flirting with Brandy. And look at the producer's messy tail selves. Do you think Brandy thinks you're cute? And she's like, well, everybody thinks I'm cute. All the girls think I'm cute. And then it was like, do you think Brandy cute? And Naya's next question. Girl, y'all hunching, huh? Tell the truth. We gonna find out, though. Everything done in the dark coming to the light, girl. So now Brandy pulls Jackie aside to tell Jackie that after speaking with Jennifer and after speaking with Evelyn, she realized that she liked both of those girls as well. And she don't want to be in the middle. She said because Jennifer could be real dark when she mad. And basically that's that lady husband. And she not trying to pick no sides at this point. She just kind of want to back away and stay neutral. Now this makes sense because Brandy, girl, you got a lot going on in your own front porch for you to even be loaning out your broom. So I think that it is best that you lay low and just chill and watch the fiasco because it's about to get dirty. I think that that's best for you, Brandy, because girl, they waiting to drag you down to the ground at any given Sunday, and you know you very sensitive, girl. Now, Jennifer walks in and looks around and was like, oh, hell no. You know Jennifer ain't out here breaking no sweats, girl, getting dirty and jumping and running and ew. So when Jennifer pulls up, she's trying to act like it's all cool. As long as she says she don't deal with Evelyn, she good. Evelyn says she's going to ignore her so they can be able to be cordial in the same space, and it makes all the sense in the world. Now, Tai sees Ming over there and goes over and offers a hug. You know, that little play hug and all of that stuff. And you could tell there's still chemistry there, and I like that for them. And Jackie is super excited because she says Chantel is very competitive. But honestly, from what I've seen in this, Jackie is extremely competitive because Jackie did not play on this obstacle course. But she's excited to be spending the time with her daughter and the rest of the girls. And you know Jackie gonna get the mess popping at the end of this, right? Hold fast. Stand by. So now the obstacle course takes off and Jennifer is stuck on the ropes. Literally. She can't move. She's barely making it. They say they done lapped her 3-4 times. I don't even know why y'all brought her out there. Y'all should have made Brandy bust out her knee and let Jennifer be the doggone ref. Because this was never meant to work from the beginning, okay? So now it's time for dinner. I don't know why and how they set up a table in the middle of a doggone tag situation. But anyway, it's time for dinner. And you already know this is around the time where all the mess pops off. So Jackie is taking the time to extend everybody's thanks for coming out to her daughter's situation and how she appreciates everybody for accepting her child. And she also makes note that, you know, we all been friends for a long time for the most part. She was like, but there's some elephants in the room we need to get off our chest. And I think now is the time. Now, what I know is because I am a reality TV connoisseur, I understand that what Jackie doing right now is setting up the scene for the big to-do, for the big wham bam. But see, Chantel doesn't know that. She's so busy in a struggle back and forth with her mother to prove that she's independent that any and everything Jackie does, she sees it as being, oh, well, she's trying to take control. And don't get me wrong, Jackie probably does this a lot. So it's kind of hard to gauge. But I also feel like, girl, your mama is the reality TV show person. She's trying to set up the fight. Calm your face, girl. So anyway, the floor goes over to Jennifer and Jackie was like, so Jennifer, tell Evelyn what you had told me about the felony situation. So Jennifer was like, yeah, I know what I said. I was there when I said it. What I feel like is Evelyn is over here spreading lies about my husband, saying that he's scamming people, talking about some fake cousin over there with Carl, talking about he owe her $1,500 and it's all scams and it's all lies. And I feel like Evelyn just really hating on me and my husband. Now, Evelyn was like, hold on, girl. First of all, that girl came to me out of concern. And I'm talking about Carl's cousin because she knew that I was on the show and I'm only here because that girl works hard for her money and she needs her $1,500. Well, give it to her then, Evelyn. You don't care about the girl nor the $1,500. You're just using this to get back at Jennifer. And it's needed, but still. So now Jennifer and Evelyn get to going back and forth. Jennifer is like, girl, first of all, what you're not going to do is disparage my husband in mixed crowd. This is why I left the last time. You need to stop lying on my husband. The receipts were already proven. He did not scam nobody. Oh, and by the way, I heard you out here disparaging my husband, calling him a felon. But the only felon here is your son-in-law, the one who knocked your daughter Shanice up. And look at Evelyn. What did you say? You know one thing I don't play about, and that's my daughter. You will never put her name or her baby father's name in your mouth ever again. You won't ever walk the streets of LA, New York, Miami, Atlanta, or nowhere. If you ever mention my daughter's name again, keep my daughter's name out of your mouth. It is not up for discussion. You've never had kids. You don't know what it feels like to have a daughter. And look at Jennifer. Bitch, don't. And still, yours is over there with a drug dealing SA person. Yeah, felon. What's up? I say, oh yeah. But honestly, this is to be expected. This is Jennifer's husband. While I agree that she needs to do better and she can do better and that she's slow as a turtle, I agree with all that. At the end of the day, that's that lady husband. What do they expect from her? One thing that Jennifer said that stuck out to me was that Evelyn is mad because Evelyn don't have nobody and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And Evelyn claiming that she's not mad. She really coming from a genuine place when I know that can't be true. Honestly, it gives to me at the end of the day, it's done. I said this last episode, what's done is done. She's married to him now. Rather, Evelyn wants to get on here and say that the girl is really not married because she checked the records, it's not there, because she did say that. She said she don't think that they really married. They just boyfriend and girlfriend and da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, it doesn't matter. Even in a social circle, they married. She's going to stick by her husband. That's typically the way this works. Like, but we gonna still review it. I just don't understand what she wants from Jennifer. Does she want Jennifer to just up and leave her husband and her and Jennifer go skip off into the sunset, living happily ever after? Absolutely not. Because in my opinion, she don't want to be around Jennifer like that neither. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe there was some internal competition between Jennifer and Evelyn, and maybe in Evelyn's mind, she feels like Jennifer won. Jennifer's married. Jennifer's over there playing happy. Who knows? I don't know. I'm speculating, just making stuff up. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll see y'all hoes later, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.